Okay, so what are you thinking going in this game? Like pathing, just general game plan?
Um, I kind of wanted to go towards bot lane or maybe top lane because I know Heimerdinger is like a turbo push, and I feel like Jhin and Pyke are really strong. Would be really strong because both of them individually are pretty strong, and Pyke's just a menace all around.
Okay. Uh, yeah, the general game plan that I'm looking for here is definitely pathing down, uh,
Hmm.
because you're looking for which champions have gank set up. Because
Yeah.
Darius does not do well when his teammates don't have CC because of how immobile he is initially.
Hmm.
So like Kale, she's got nothing to work with. Technically, she has her slow, but realistically, it's not going to stop Heimer from getting away.
Yeah.
So instead, you're looking for, yeah, everybody else, especially the pike hook. That's going to be great. Or if Zoe can land a bubble, then that can work as well. So yeah, pathing down
Yeah.
is good. It also helps that the enemy team doesn't have any dashes.
Yeah.
Okay. We do get a bit of a problem here, though. Looks like you got kind of excited here.
Stayed there longer.
Yeah, because now you're late to your camps. Oh, you can't cross
Yeah.
like this. No. Oh, no.
Yeah.
This is 23 seconds late. So just by default, Volibear should be really far ahead of you.
Yeah.
Okay. Uh, your E doesn't do damage.
Yeah, I thought it did. I haven't played Darius in so long.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
thought it did, or else I would have saved my Q.
Yep. Okay. So you're walking towards, excuse me, Scuttle here. Is there
Hmm.
anything wrong with this?
I have wards in river, and I can't see in there.
Okay. Um, that is part of it, yeah. So let's say
Hmm.
that you had complete vision.
Yeah.
Never mind, I'm impressed. Not by you, but by how bad this Volibear is. Okay. Because the Scuttle should not be an option for you. It should already be dead. This the
Yeah.
reason I was like, because you're going into it, and by the time you actually get to the Scuttle, it's 30 seconds after it spawned.
Yeah.
So if you're ever really late on this, whether it be for a good or bad reason, like maybe you did a gank level 3 or something, then just don't even bother with the Scuttle. Uh, it's just not worth your
Hmm.
time. You'd rather recall.
Yeah.
Which, and the first Scuttles are way less significant than other Scuttles, because the first Scuttles only have 20% XP of the regular Scuttles.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Hmm.
So like when people
Weird.
greed for double Scuttle, it's rarely worth it.
Yeah.
The only time it's going to be worth it is if, let's say, you did a full clear, like you did, but obviously on time, and
Yeah.
then you would do Scuttle into another Scuttle, and then continue clearing because your camps are coming right back up as you finish the Scuttle.
Hmm.
Um, but that's only on champions that actually want to do that. That's not the case for Darius generally.
Yeah.
Okay, so you are looking for a gank here.
Hmm.
Let's see, because you make the decision right about now. So, what about this makes it look gankable?
Because it seems like they're pushing it up because the pike is low. They might get greedy and go after him.
Okay. So I want you to like give me a rough description of how the fight's gonna go in order for you to kill them.
In order for me to kill them,
Yeah, what do they have to do?
they keep pushing up. I imagine Pike can maybe get a stun off, and then I can come in and then beat him up with the Jin.
Because the point that I'm getting at is do they have a need to move past right here?
No.
Yeah. So you're relying on them doing something that makes no sense in order for this to work.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if we change the variables and let's say that the waves are on your side of the lane and they're wanting to crash the wave in order to get off a recall, then it would make sense and you could set up something with Pike. But where the wave is
Yeah.
right now, especially with how much range they don't have a reason to go that deep.
Mm-hmm.
And so yeah, what ends up happening here is the expected outcome. Like
Yeah.
there's just nothing. And if I'm ever quiet for a moment, it's because I'm writing some of these things down as I go. So that's why.
Uh, that's okay.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Okay. So this one, does it make sense to look for?
Uh, no,
Okay, why?
because Kayla's really low and Heimerdinger is almost full health, and he has his turret set up there.
Mm-hmm. So this one I'm actually okay with because he has a really big wave. Your wave's almost dead. And as you
Yeah.
said, the Kayla's really low and it's different. Because in the other situation, the Pike has a way to get out. They're not gonna pursue too hard once he uses his E to dash away. The Kale
Mm-hmm.
doesn't have a dash, and the Heimer is very clearly chasing her down here.
Yeah.
So this one I'm fine with. As long as you don't
Yeah.
show too early. Because this is what I'm talking about, where like if you show before he's really caught, then he can just walk away.
Yeah.
Oh, this is gonna get ugly, isn't it? You're walking into a bunch
Oh
of turrets.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, it does not get good.
yeah. So yeah, you gotta wait for him to get a little bit deeper into river, and then you can flash on him or do whatever, and then that's
Uh-huh.
fine. But it's the same thing with this play. It's like in theory it could work, but you have to wait for them to hang themselves. If you pull the trigger too early, then they're just gonna walk away.
Mm-hmm.
And obviously, sometimes you have the option to wait, other times you don't because you have to go to an objective or whatever it may be. But that's just something to consider. Okay. So, what made you decide to do grubs?
They were up.
Okay, fair enough. Uh, Whenever you're doing an objective, whether it be dragon, grubs, herald, anything like that, um, is there anything that you need in order for it to be a safe endeavor?
Prio.
Yes. So, do you have prio in either lane right now?
Not currently.
Nope. So that's why this is bad. You're almost never gonna have prio against a Heimerdinger in most cases, because I just said at the beginning he perma pushes with his turrets.
Yeah.
So that's gonna be tough to do. And usually you're gonna end up, unless you know for certain the jungler can't be here, you're gonna end up clearing and then doing Drake instead.
Mm. Mm-hmm. Okay.
End up getting it through a miracle, though. Oliver die, or no. Oliver leaves. Clear, this is good. I'm fine with this play. Well, it was good until you pathed the way you did.
I should have gone kept going behind.
Yeah, you're behind.
Yeah.
The Drake, good. This is really good. I like that. And then you can look to. Okay, not quite like this. I mean, it's like fine to take the fight, just not the way you did.
Yeah. Get
Okay.
rooted a bunch.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, it's just a matter of not trying to dodge it. This still works.
Didn't seem like that Q did damage to the Jinx.
Yeah, it's because you didn't hit the outer edge.
It was like the inside didn't do a lot.
Yeah, it doesn't apply bleed stack either.
Uh,
Well, the sequence was good until you went back to clearing.
should have recalled.
Yeah, you got a lot of gold. How much gold do you need to finish Emus? Do you know? Because I'm assuming that's what you're building.
Uh, I have no idea.
Okay, let me look it up real quick because I don't normally build that item. Let's
Have you
see.
been playing Darius jungle?
No, I don't play Darius Jungle. I mean, I play against it a lot. Everyone and their mother's playing it, but I don't play it.
That's why I decided to try it.
Yeah.
I normally play Viego.
Let's see. Okay, so the full cost is 2,800. You have Rectrix, which is 775 plus Longsword. That is 1125. So you need 1675. Yeah, you have enough gold for Emus. Okay. So you definitely would be recalling before Krugs. Because the problem with doing it this way is that if
Hmm.
any kind of fight is going to occur, you can't take it. Because
Yeah.
you have to recall.
Hmm.
But let's say that you reset, you come back on the map with item. It's okay to skip a camp or two if it's a really good fight. Like, you don't mind that, and you're going to be really strong.
Yeah. I think I missed my Q in this next spot. Yeah.
Not a big deal. Okay. Grub start is okay here as long as you keep an eye on Heimerdinger.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the other thing is, as you're doing this, you'd want to make the grubs follow you and then be further out of the pit.
Uh-huh.
So that way, if anyone comes up, you can just run to your Zoe.
Got it.
You're probably fine here, though. Yep. Okay, you're getting a little Actually, no, it's fine. Spike's here. Yay. Support diff.
Was the goat.
Indeed.
Damn, I still haven't.
Nope. There we go. Finally. You had 3K.
Yeah.
Okay, opening bottom is fine. However, you do need to keep in mind where people are. So,
Mhm.
currently, where are most of your teammates? Are they bot side or are they top side?
Top side.
So what that means is you don't want to take any fight bot side right now unless for whatever reason it's extremely free.
Mhm.
So that's why I'm concerned when you're going here because your best case scenario is a 2v2
Yeah.
and you're just hoping the volley bear is not going to show up. Wow, they
Yeah.
could not have played that worse. Do you even win this? No, you might not. Uh,
I don't die, but we killed the Jinx.
yeah. Let me see. Okay, you kill the Jinx. Oh,
I realized Swain does a lot more damage than I thought.
yeah. I think you might have been able to kill him if you ulted him. Ult was smite. You
Yeah.
probably had it with the bleed, but it's close.
Mhm.
Yeah, I'm just not going to talk about that one. Okay.
It's for the best.
Okay, actually, I do need to bring it up. So, what is the alternative play? Because obviously the mistake is bad, but the important thing is understanding what you're supposed to do instead. So
Mhm.
here, what should you be doing instead of trying to kill the Swain here?
Probably back off and go to Dragon or help Zoe mid.
Can you?
I can probably get Dragon. Cause Swain would recall. Jin would also recall, so it'll just be nothing mid. And Zoe's occupying the volley mid. Or I mean nothing bot.
He's not gonna be there that long, the Volibear. So yeah, it's gonna be just you because the Jin needs to reset. Pyke is top
Mhm.
lane. Kale's in base. The Jinx is up in 7, which she's probably gonna get there before you finish the Drake.
Mhm.
Uh, so for a lot of reasons, no, you can't do that with your HP. It's way too risky.
Should've just recalled.
Yep. However, if let's say we change the variables here, and you somehow killed Jinx like here, and then you didn't continue this fight, but you ran out and you were healthier, then you could make that argument, especially because Jinx has a longer respawn timer.
Mhm.
Okay, this is better because you have Pyke here.
Mhm.
You do need to wait for your Jin though, because he needs to push this wave.
Okay.
This isn't terrible. Same thing as before. You want to pull the Drake out of the pit because you don't want to be stuck here.
Mhm.
I'm fine with this play. They actually have no reason to fight here.
Yeah.
You don't have a reason to fight either, to be fair, and you still looked for it. Once Jin's here, then you can do it.
Yeah, I was trying to wait out his ultimate.
Yeah, that's good. Oh, wait, did you?
Oh yeah, I have no idea how he survived that.
I think you missed the Q. Okay, ult. Oh, no.
It hit.
It did hit.
He got health from something. Oh, he leveled up?
Did he? Let's see. Yeah, he did. He did level up.
Saved his ass.
Yep, that's all it was. Unlucky.
Yeah. I got pinged for it.
Oh, you got him
Jin
in the
still
end.
got him.
Yeah, it's all good. Okay. Can you kill this turret?
No.
Nope. So is it worth hitting?
No.
Instead, you have other options. Let me check your gold here. Yeah, you have 800. It's not like a crazy back. You have the option to do that. But ideally, you just walk over and you do Herald instead.
Yeah.
The only time it's going to be worth hitting a turret is if you have nothing else to do, or you can kill the turret.
Mm-hmm.
So why is it different with killing the turret? Any idea?
I don't. I
Because
don't know.
killing a turret gives you gold. Hitting a turret doesn't.
Yeah.
So while in theory, let's say you take, I don't know, 200 gold away from this turret, it makes it easier to kill it later, but you're getting nothing for you right now compared to hitting a camp. So
Mm-hmm.
you're putting yourself behind for a future investment that's not going to turn out any better anyway.
Mm.
And that's why laners can hit turrets, because they don't have camps to go to. They've already pushed in the minions. So if they don't need to recall, then it's fine. But junglers, they're on a timer because camps are coming back up or they need to go do Herald, whatever it may be.
Yeah.
Okay, we get an opportunity to talk about Herald. Okay. So, what's the thought with this Herald?
Kill the tower.
Okay. Very straightforward thought.
Mm-hmm.
Can you get this turret without using the Herald?
Probably, but they have the laners coming up. And so if they decide to play back, I know Swain has good wave clear. I don't know how it is right now, but his Q can do a bit of damage, and then Jinx has the rockets, so I feel like they would be able to kill those minions before they get to the turret.
Correct. So you
And
cannot
they
get
have
the
a
turret right now. Kind of a trick question, I guess, in a way. So you can't
yeah.
get it without using Herald. But
Hmm.
I still don't think it's worth using Herald because you do have a lot of time on it. Gives you, I actually don't know how long it is. It gives you a long time though. I should figure out that amount.
It's like 200 something seconds
Yeah, something
or
like that.
longer.
Um, but yeah, you're not in a rush to use it right now. I would rather use it later, and the reason is because if you go to Herald this turret, it's not like the Herald walks over and kills it, and you lose nothing for it. You have to get in the turret, get in the Herald, land on the turret, and then pray that they don't kill you when you pop out of it.
Yeah.
So it's a big risk. It's like, yeah, that position you're in is not ideal. So yeah, if it's
Yeah.
like if you could do this for free, let's say you knew everybody was top, you could just hit this turret and then rotate away with it, then I'm all for it. But not when it's very possible for people to rotate like that.
Hmm. And I just got away because they're stupid.
Yeah. So usually the best time to use Herald is going to be right after you won a team fight because then they don't have a way to
Mm.
resist it.
Yeah. Oof.
Yeah, this is just
Should have gone with the team instead of going after Jinx.
well, the fight in general is just a bad idea because you're outnumbered.
Thought it was 3-3.
You got three right here. You two, Pike's a little far away, and then like Volibear's like right here.
Yeah.
So if Volibear decides to rotate back over, it gets really bad.
Mhm.
But also, the enemy champions, they like you running into them.
Yeah.
They have Vagar that's just going to throw a trap on you. They have Swain that loves it if you're in melee range. Just in general, you don't really want to be chasing straight into them in a brute force fight
Mhm.
like that.
Yeah.
Okay. So your teammates, they're here right now. They're trying to push. You're coming out of base. You need to do one of two things. Either A, you need to tell them to not fight because you're not there to help them.
Mhm.
Because you're gonna like do Gromp. Or you go run and be near them. What I don't like is when your teammates are trying to push and you're farming. Because we've got
Mhm.
a contradiction of goals.
Yeah.
So ideally you do one or the other. Whichever you're thinking is better in the particular instance, you would do that. Like in this case, I think
Mhm.
it's fine to farm because they don't really need to be fighting anyway. Um,
Yeah.
but the point is more of just you have an idea and then you're getting your team on the same page.
Mhm.
Same situation here, like they're just really deep.
Yeah.
But at least they lived. This fight's decent. Okay, the chase isn't that good though. Oh my goodness, this is a crazy chase. Okay. So let's say, theoretically, you had the opportunity to kill the Volibear after this really long chase. I still don't like
Mhm.
it. The reason I don't like it is because you're chasing just to get gold. You're not chasing with the purpose of achieving something after. So what I
Yeah.
mean by that, like let's say you kill Volibear. That gets you, I don't know, 300 gold, whatever he's worth now. Versus you push him out of here, he's scared, and then you can like help your teammates get push, or you can get some vision in the enemy jungle or around the two objectives that are up.
Mhm.
Like there are a lot of things that you could do instead of going for this kill that's one risky but also way too time inefficient.
Mhm.
This is risky, but it probably works. Good. And then everybody should be going straight to Atacon. But I don't see you pinging it. I don't see you even doing it.
Mhm.
So, any idea why I think you should be doing Atacon?
Because they're Jungler's dead for another 20 seconds.
Jungle and support, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So usually, whenever you're doing Atacon, you need two people dead. Usually. Because
Mhm.
if the enemies fight you while you're on Atacon, it gets really scary because the Atacon reduces your MR by 50. So
He does.
yeah, it stacks. It takes a little bit, but eventually you have very low or very low magic resist when they go into the fight.
Oh. Hmm.
Which I think technically it's 50 armor and MR, but the MR is more significant because most people have more armor than MR. Like right now, for example, you have 55 MR. So they're going to be doing almost
Yeah.
true damage if they go into a fight with you.
Mhm.
So that's why, as I said, it's really important that you have a substantial advantage if people show up. It's a
Yeah.
little bit different with Baron because while it does also reduce in the same way, it doesn't stack as fast. So it's not as risky.
Mhm.
It's kind of wandering around the map. Okay. So here, with the information currently showing, can you do this Atacon?
Probably.
Yep. Why?
Heimer's top, Volibear's jungle, 2 mid, and
Mm-hmm.
kills with me.
Yep. Absolutely. So it's a good call. You didn't make it, but it's a good call because the Kale started hitting it, and then you're like, ooh, Atacon.
Yeah. Oh, you're right. I have 5 magic resist now. That's crazy.
Yep. Yeah, I wasn't making it up.
The hell? Heimerdinger.
Yeah, that's just how it goes when you're fighting into Heimer in like a tight area like this.
Mhm.
Let's see, this game still goes on for another 9 or so minutes. See how it gets closed out. This Baron call's good. I like this. Same thing.
Fucking kills me again.
Yeah, yeah. Like you really got to respect his stun.
Yeah.
Which the thing is, if you were playing top lane Darius, you could get away with this. But
Mhm.
you can't go with the build you're going in jungle Darius. With Yumu's, you're just too squishy. Especially because you got Dead Man second. Like that's doing nothing against Heimer.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's why I feel so bad specifically into him. And then you're running into his turrets. So a similar thing to what I talked about with Veigar and Swain. Their whole comp loves it when you go into them. It's their
Mhm.
favorite. But imagine you're playing Heimerdinger and the enemies don't walk into you. Then you're
Yeah.
having to constantly move your turrets and you really don't like it.
Mhm.
Um, so yeah, it's just a matter of instead of thinking of fighting as an I run into them and hit them, it's more of in what position can I put them in to where they have to walk into us or we get something really good. So
Yeah.
examples of that are major objectives because that forces people out of lanes to go try to fight you over it. That's why I
Yeah.
like this Baron because the Volibear is dead And the Heimerdinger, if he doesn't have his setup because you're here first, you can just whoop him if he walks into you.
Yeah.
So this is good. And then, yeah, instead of going for the Heimerdinger here, you're just like, okay, we'll wait for another opportunity to kill him if he tries to fight us at Drake or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
That's probably doable. You don't have Jin, but that's okay. Any idea what you did wrong there?
Didn't stay with my team.
Exactly.
Got way separated.
Yep. So instead of doing this, all you have to do is just like stay in the Vagar cage, wait for it to end, and then you can turn on the Heimerdinger with your teammates. Or if the Heimerdinger backs off, then that's okay. You walk into the Drake.
Mm-hmm.
And it's going to be way easier to land your Qs when they have to walk into you instead of you having to chase like that.
Yeah.
And speaking of, that's what makes Darius Jungle so popular right now, is because of his ability to win fights in his ideal conditions. So, like, his best case scenario is a level 4 fight in the river where someone refuses to give up Scuttle, and so then he can
Yeah.
stack up and do all that.
Mm-hmm.
But if the enemies run away, man, it's hard to get those bleed stacks.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna skim the rest because I've already got so many notes. It'd kind of be pointless to keep going.
Yeah.
Let's see.
It's mainly just the early game that matters for like, or not like the whole game matters, but like big decision making is mostly early game.
Yeah. Generally, you're gonna focus on early, but the reason that I'm going through all of it is because obviously this is just like a one-time session that we're doing, so I'm trying to give you as much as I can for future reference.
Yeah.
This pick's good though. This is another good example of your teammates are wanting to fight, and you even should be fighting, but you're doing camps.
Mm-hmm.
So, what value do you gain from the camps? Because there's a reason you're autopiloting into them.
Just golden XP.
Mm-hmm. So, the XP, I mean, that's kind of obvious. The XP right now doesn't matter because you're already level 16, but we'll say gold. So, the gold matters not when you have it, but when it's spent. So, you're currently at 1,800. You definitely have enough for your item already. You had enough for your item a long time ago.
Yeah.
So if you reset like right now, run back on the map, you're ready to fight. And even if you kill another camp, it's not going to give you a new item, so you don't really care right now.
Yeah.
Now let's change the situation. Let's say you're 100 gold off of a really important item for your champion. Then, of course, yeah, you're going to want to greed for it. But 30 minutes into the game, one camp's not going to matter unless you're right on that item purchase.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why, yeah, in mid to late game, like around 15, 20 minutes onward, you're focusing more on making sure your teammates can safely push out waves or go get deep vision, whatever you want to do, and then get your camps whenever your teammates are recalling or backing off after they pushed.
Yeah.
So before I close this VOD and hand you all the notes, do you have any questions or something you want me to look at?
No, nothing in particular.
Uh, Just going to give me a moment to type all this. Unfortunately, as much as I would like to just type it while doing the review, if I ever tab out of the replay and then yeah, if I ever tab out, I get like really low FPS because Riot Games.
Oh, really? Mm-hmm.
Let's see.
And you fix their client.
Yeah. Ironically, it used to work, but they took out support for some old setting or whatever. And so now I can't do borderless. I used to be able to just fine.
Hmm.
I guess because
That's
my
weird.
PC or whatever part of my PC uses an old thing, and they're just like, oh, we're not going to support it.
We don't like it anymore. Too bad.
Yeah.
Seems like a very Riot Games move.
An important part of this, when you're helping your teammates to push out waves, is you don't actually want to show on the map. You're just waiting in a brush nearby.
Mm-hmm.
So that way, if the enemy team thinks that they can go kill your teammate, you can just go stop them and kill them.
Yeah.
Sorry if my dog barking is audible.
It's okay.
Okay, so
I understand.
I will send it like that first. Now, obviously, I by no means am wanting you to try to do all this at once. Uh, but just taking like some of the easier things first would be great. So something like, um, I think, yeah, big one would be priority, or just like respecting whatever position that your teammates are in first before you're making plays. This can be a good starting point.
Mm-hmm.
Recalls, obviously, as well. Those two, like, probably going to be your initial priorities because there were some pretty rough times. You had like 3K gold.
Yeah.
Let's see. pull this back up. I'm hoping, at least when you're playing Viego, you're a little bit better about your purchases because you've played him a lot more.
Yeah.
So yeah, as I said, I think that's just the main thing. Just taking one or two things at a time, whatever looks interesting. It doesn't really matter what it is. And then trying it out and see if you like it or not.
Mm-hmm.